Well, for anybody who's joining in on here, welcome to a lunchtime live. This is something I've been wanting to try a little bit just to see if anybody joins in, wants to have a conversation. I can talk about things that are coming up on the channel, eat food, make you guys watch me eat food, you know, something like that. There's a lot of really exciting stuff that's actually coming to BInya Outdoors. We'll be doing a lot of collaborations very, very soon. I'm actually rigging up the rowboat this weekend. I'm going to be going out and trolling for lake trout. So that's really, really exciting for me because it's getting back to my roots, getting back to how I used to fish, and gives me the opportunity to really just fish when the bass aren't biting. Right now, for those of you who don't know, I'm up in the Northeast. It's raining. It's like 40 degrees, but there's still ice on a lot of my lakes. So a lot of the places that I like to bass fish, I can't fish. So that combined with the fact the bass are not going to bite right now, or at least be very, very lethargic with water temps as low as they are. I'm going to try to catch some lake trout, do some cold water trolling species type fishing instead to make content for you guys. So the point of these lunchtime lives, guys, is just to ask questions. So if you're over there watching the video, don't hesitate to shoot me questions. It's more of a Q&A session, gives me something to do on my lunch break and gives you guys the opportunity to interact with me a little bit more directly. On that note, I have a question for you guys. I'm going to be doing a rigging video for my kayaks and my rowboat this year. So I actually have a complete set of stuff coming in the mail within the next 2 days, completely redoing the setup on my kayak, as well as I'm going to be redoing the rowboat entirely. And what I'm wondering is, would you guys prefer that to be a more structured, organized video? Or would you prefer for that to be a live stream? So if you guys are watching this either live or after the fact, give me some information. Would you rather have me go around with my phone, walk around the kayak, walk around the rowboat, and provide you guys live commentary on what I upgraded, how I updated it, why I updated it? I'm not going to do like a real rigging video where I'm showing you guys how I attached everything, because I found that honestly it doesn't really work, because most of the time when I do something like that, I end up dropping the camera, or I have a weird angle, or sometimes you guys are looking at my crotch instead of the actual spot I'm trying to film. So what I'm thinking about doing is taking the camera after I'm done and do a walkthrough with the new setup for the kayak, do a walkthrough with the setup for the rowboat, explain all the pieces, have you guys ask me questions if you're interested in why I put something on there or how I connected something, things like that. I'm just wondering if you guys would be interested in seeing the process, or if you want me to just do a live, talk about it, have you guys have direct interaction. Because I can do it both ways. I can record it, edit it up, voice over it, and stuff like that. But in my opinion, it's more fun to have you guys come back and forth. On the spirit of that same question, the other thing I'm wondering, guys, is if you're interested in doing lives like this, where I'm just rigging tackle, where I'm setting stuff up, having a lunch break. If you guys are interested in that kind of content as well, give me some comments, give me some feedback. Can I say Carter? Sure. I'm not sure what that means, but yeah, basically, honestly, this is a kind of a new thing I'm trying, the shorts live thing. I wanted to see how it works, see if I get any views from it, see if anybody really wants to interact and talk. And I know it's like kind of a weird time of day to do this. I'm going to be doing some more lives in the afternoons and evenings sometimes, depending on what's going on for the week. If you guys can kind of tell, I can actually show you real quick. It is pouring here at work. So it is a Oh, awesome, Amanda. So, your name is Carter, but your username's Amanda. Carter, where are you from, Carter? Just kind of curious. And that's really what these are about, is trying to interact with you guys. So, I'm really interested to see where you're from. And do you bass fish, or do you fish at all, or did you just discover this through the shorts? And anybody else also, feel free to ask questions. For those of you who aren't familiar with my channel, I'm predominantly a bass fishing YouTube channel, but I'm getting more into different types of fishing, different types of adventures, things like that, more or less outdoors. Oh, so you're down where the fish are actually probably spawning, I would imagine. Do you bass fish, Carter? Just out of curiosity. I'm assuming you do if you're from Texas, because that's kind of a given. Um, Now, how old are you, Carter? If you don't mind me asking. Just kind of curious. Honestly, this is the funnest part for me is getting to interact with people in the chat. So, just waiting to see. But yeah, like I was saying, guys, basically, a this channel is really how am I name this? Yeah, I think those might be bots in that chat. I'm not really sure if that's a real person at this point. Um, Basically, what I'm trying to say, guys, is before I get sidetracked, I can't do two things at once. Apparently, um, is the reason why I'm doing these videos is for people like Carter, that's 10 years old, and ultimately may want to learn about fishing. So, Carter, what's your favorite technique for catching fish? Do you use like a spinning rod, or do you have like the full set of equipment? My actual name is Hannah. Okay. And Hannah, where are you from? I have to say bot sometimes because honestly, I get a lot of like weird chat bots in some of my lives. So I apologize if I think you're a bot and you're not, but New Zealand. Out of curiosity, appease my ignorant redneck self. What time is it in New Zealand right now? Just out of curiosity. I didn't even think about the fact that there's going to be people in other countries watching this. I always kind of naively think of people just in the US and my time zone. That's crazy. 7:20. So you guys are significantly ahead of us. Okay. I'm assuming at 7:20 p.m. I don't really know time zones to be honest, so I'm assuming you're ahead of us in time because I'm in the eastern part of the United States, so a little bit different. And I apologize for eating, guys. I'm gonna be kind of sneaking in. 7:20 p.m. That's crazy. So it's basically the end of your time. Do you fish at all, Hannah? And do they have bass in New Zealand? Again, I'm completely an ignorant American, and I'm willing to admit it. I'm kind of an idiot when it comes to stuff like that. I am not a world traveler at all. And I like to ask this question, and you don't have to answer it. And I know I'm never supposed to ask a person this usually, but are you 10, or are you older? Are you an adult? I know Carter was 10, so I just picked a number off the top of my head. Or I guess how old are you, Hannah? That's crazy. I'd say I guess I never really thought about the fact that there's bats are probably everywhere. Oh, you're 10 as well. Seems like a lot of 10-year-olds getting on here. Probably makes sense with the short stuff, but okay. I see there's like 12 people in here. Is anybody else have any questions or anything that you want to know about the channel, or want to ask a fishing question, or want to tell me I'm stupid? Whatever you want to do. I don't usually run these for super long, probably about 20 minutes or so. More or less, this is kind of a test just to see if people come on and watch this live. So just kind of curious to see how this whole shorts thing works, because they just kind of recently added this. And you love bears, huh? Okay. Now we're talking like teddy bears, or we're talking like grizzly bears. What kind of bears do they have in New Zealand? What's going on? Looks like MT Bobcat. Bobcat, where are you from? Hannah, what do you mean by how many bats? Do you mean bass? Like how many different species of bass do we have? But yeah, guys, while I was kind of getting back on track of my conversation from before, my ADD kicks in. I see something shiny and it's all over. Um, Basically, my you're at the beach right now. What are you? So I'm assuming you're surf fishing down in the Gulf. I'm assuming. Where do you have? Where do you have bears? I don't know what that means. Um, I'm gonna be fishing this weekend, guys. So finally gonna be able to get out, get some lake trout, get some bigger species, some open water fishing, which I'm really really excited about. Finally getting out in open water for you guys down in Texas, for example, where Carter is. I don't have the luxury of having no off season, so we get pretty much from about let's say mid December until let's say March, sometimes April, where the ice gets too thick to be able to water fish, and sometimes it doesn't get thick enough to ice fish. This year I was lucky enough to get out and go fishing a few times on the ice, which I've got some content on my channel if you guys want to check that out. But ultimately, I haven't been able to actually bass fish since October of last year. So I'm really, really excited to hopefully get out on the water probably in a couple of weeks, specifically for bass. But I'm going trolling for lake trout, maybe salmon, try to catch some walleye, other species like that. It is a interesting new turn of events for my channel. So for those of you who are familiar with me and familiar with my channel as a general rule, I don't normally target more than just bass, sometimes pike, things like that. But I've been kind of been able to expand my knowledge a little bit because of my boy Bobby Roast Beef with the Jigs and Bigs multi-species tournament. I want to learn how to catch more species to be able to hopefully win some more tournaments with him. Um, I am 37, so a little bit older than you are, Hannah. I'm quite a bit older than you are, actually. So probably gonna wrap this live up unless you guys have any other questions, or anybody that wants to say hi or put a message up in the chat. I'm gonna probably end it here in just a few minutes. Just wanted to get on here, more or less, like I said, test this, feel it out, see how many people join, see how many people talk, and have a conversation. So for anybody that's watching this after the fact, just know that there's going to be random times pretty much during my lunch breaks around 1 o'clock where I may jump on here and ask questions and try to engage conversation. That's really my goal for 2024, is to build a community. I want to have a group of people that follow my channel, that ask questions that I can interact with. For those of you who don't necessarily know everything about the way my channel works, I have an Instagram. It's BInya Outdoors. I have Facebook that I'm on as well. So if you guys are interested in reaching out, asking questions, do not hesitate to go out there, hit me up on those socials, and I'll be happy to have that conversation. I'm going to end the live right here, guys. Just wanted to, like I said, test this out. I've got some sandwiches to eat, and I got to get back to the work deal for the rest of the day. So I want to thank you guys for coming along with me. I really appreciate anyone that took time to watch this video, and I'll see you guys next time.